Dante, your thoughts on Kanye at SoFi Stadium? What did you think of it?
I was trying to put this into words for months now. I've sat down numerous times when he's done fucked up shit,
Yep.
which he has ping ponged back and forth like he always does. And every time I do, I go down these rabbit holes, these Kanye rabbit holes, which I know you do too, because we talk about it all the time. And you start getting nostalgic and watching old clips. And 3 hours goes by and I'm like depressed and I can't write. And I like just close my laptop and I'm like, screw it. So the most recent one that I watched was after, I watched the SoFi footage this weekend and it just made me so sad. And I was like, okay, I have to write this blog finally. And there's this clip of him from way friggin' back. I want to say like late 90s. And it's on Def Poetry Jam. I think it's like 2003, 2004,
Yep.
not late 90s.
Correct.
Before College Dropout. And Most Def introduces him. And I mean, Most Def at the time is one of the biggest rappers in the world.
Yep.
He's still one of the greatest of all time. He introduces Kanye as the future of hip hop.
Yep.
And Kanye comes out and does All Falls Down a cappella like he's a pro, not like he's some 24-year-old, 25-year-old kid nervous on stage. He comes up there and just crushes it.
Yep.
Same swagger, same bravado, same confidence. And I'm telling you, you watch this video, it's not even in HD because it's pre HD. You can still see this flame in this kid's eye. And you just know that you're watching something special and you're watching somebody special. And you know that he knows the same thing. He knows that he's destined to change hip hop forever.
Yep.
And he's just sitting there on stage, like waiting for the rest of us to catch up. And that was the future of the genre right there, early 2000s. Not a future, but the future. And fast forward to this weekend, I watched this weekend $33 million across 2 nights, 150,000 people over 2 nights. Guy standing on top of a giant globe like he's Atlas. Brings out his daughter, brings out Don Tolliver, brings out Travis Scott, runs through every hit everyone's ever loved, 40 songs. The music is there. He has not lost a single step musically. And that's what kills me because he's obviously lost so much more in every other area of him in his life. And it's just everything else is just hurting. And it's the combination of the anti-Semitism, the meltdowns. Even during the show, he's still an asshole. He's yelling at his makeshift lighting crew that they pieced together last minute for these shows in front of 80,000 people for not doing the job that he wants because he's still a psycho perfectionist. You've got Pepsi pulling their sponsorship from his festival. The apology tour we've seen 9 times before where he blames his mental health, and we all go, okay, maybe he actually means it this time. Maybe he's going to figure it out and get help that he needs. And then 2 months later, he's back on the internet saying something 10 times worse than he did the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I know this sounds corny as hell, but this is like what stuck out to me when I was writing this. And it's that saying that, hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's corny as hell, but Kanye is like that mad scientist who's proving that statement for a fact. He's never processed losing his mom. He never processed his divorce. He never processed anything fucked up that's gone on in his life. He just runs it through this machine in his head, and the machine spits out these masterpieces, or it used to,
Yeah.
and now it's just spitting out whatever the fuck this has been the last few years, which has been the opposite of masterpieces. And I want to forgive him so bad. I really do, because the gift is real. He's one of, if not the greatest artists of our generation. I hate to say that, but it's like kind of indisputable. But he's just the boy who cried wolf at this point, and we've run out there with pitchforks too many times. It just, it sucks, man, because that kid from like that Deaf Poetry Jam clip is gone. He's long gone. He's been
Yeah.
gone for a while, and I think I'm finally ready to admit that I've been mourning a guy for 10 years who's still selling out stadiums, but he's never coming back, and it sucks. It's really, really disappointing.
First off, that was beautifully said. I want to
Thank
say
you.
that to start. You know me now for 6 years. You know how much Kanye West means to me.
Biggest Kanye fan I know.
That man's music changed my life. From it was the first CD I ever bought. Um,
Dropout.
Dropout. I was in sixth grade and I bought it from Pat's Music across the street from my house. I had to hide it from my dad because he wouldn't let me listen to it. He introduced.
That's such a soft hip hop album
I
too.
know my dad just didn't like rap, but I uh I learned so much music from Kanye, introduced me to so many other artists, either soul artists that he sampled or other rappers. It I Me and you've had this conversation a million times. I'm never defending the man again. It's not the man that I'm sad about. And which is crazy to say because Kanye's always said if you're a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. That's his thing. He's the person that instills confidence in other people who are either creative or just enjoy music. That was his goal for a long time. It's not the same dude. It's not. And I'm not a backtracker. I don't backtrack on shit. I'm not ever defending Kanye again. That's not what this is about. I have a deep, deep love and connection to that music. The first six albums specifically. Life changing. Still the thing I listen to the most. There's nothing the dude can do to ever make me be like, I'm never gonna jump on some fucking forum and fight for Kanye. Like when people were mad about the music side of things, right? When they were like, when's the old Kanye coming back? When are we getting soul samples? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm out here fighting with people about Yeezus and saying, oh, this is avant-garde, you don't understand. That's not what this shit is anymore. What breaks my fucking heart is listening to these songs and the stadiums go crazy. I could fucking choke up talking about this, but like watching the stadium go nuts for Can't Tell Me Nothing. Things like that I have such specific memories tied to. It fucking guts me to watch the performance and see that there's so many people out there who are still so attached to this fucking music that have to deal with the other side of the bullshit. And I have to watch this dude wear a fucking Nazi chain. And people hit me up, be like, yo, check your boy. And it's like, I don't know the guy. I just love his music. And it wasn't like that forever. You felt like you knew Kanye in a certain perspective because he always said what was on his mind. And now I don't even know what the fuck is coming out. You said it the best, dude. It sucks. But there's no like want for me to ever go back and be like, nah, Kanye's back. I don't know that there is a back. But if Dante, if this shows you anything, I texted you. Words are really losing their meaning in the world. They really are. If you can walk around writing songs called Hail Hitler and wearing Nazi chains and saying all that crazy shit, but everybody's just kind of like, all right, whatever, dude, fucking 80,000 people in a stadium. You know what I mean? Then again, when the president's online fucking saying he's about to wipe a country off the face of the earth in a fucking tweet, where are we? You know, there is nothing can be serious when nothing's serious. You know what I'm saying? When
I
there's nothing serious.
Colin, I think part of that, first off, I couldn't agree more. I think part of that is why he's the way he is. I
Yeah,
think that he's always been, I don't think, I know, he's always been about pushing the envelope in everything,
sure.
music, fashion, um, saying what's hot and what's not. Like
Yep.
he's always been about separating himself from everybody else. He's always been like, I'm here, the rest of you are here. So I think that we're at this point, like you said, where we're just so desensitized to everything that he is like, what is going to move the needle? What
Yeah.
is going to shock people? What
Attention
is going to
economy.
exactly? And
Yeah.
I think that's why partly he goes to these extremes that he does, and he thinks because he's gotten away with it so many times, like I said, where he can apologize after the fact and meet with, rabbis and take out a full page ad, and he gets away with it. So I think like he thinks like, yeah, as mad as people are going to be about this, they're going to be talking about me, and then 6 months go by and I'll apologize and they'll get over it.
Yeah.
And we do.
Yeah. You brought up the word nostalgia. It's because of the connection everyone had to these records.
But
And
dude, he's in a very rare place
yeah,
where he is that good and that gifted and that brilliant, where he has gifted the world with this art, where he gets a pass from so many people like that. Think about who else you could say that about. Like, there almost nobody. Like,
no one.
anybody else that's done half the shit he's done
Yeah.
is fucking canceled yesterday
Well,
for this
dude,
shit.
this is a good analogy. You ever have a friend who's on drugs? You ever
Too
have a
many,
Yeah,
sadly.
okay. So every once in a while, your friend who's on drugs gets clean.
Dude,
And,
I could finish your sentence. This is a great fucking great metaphor.
and then you have a time with you spend time with him and you're like, holy shit, he's back.
Yep.
Like he got over it.
And then they let you down.
And then three
Yep.
weeks later,
Yep.
you know,
And dude, you know what the another great parallel to that is? You go through the entire series of emotions.
yeah,
You go through, I'm fucking done with this person.
yep,
I'm done. Not talking to him again. I'm not answering the phone. Cut him out of your life. Then you go through the forgiveness. Then before any of that, you go through the denial where you're like, this isn't happening.
yep.
And you go through the entire fucking cycle of emotions, and you nailed it. I'm at that point with Kanye where I'm just like, I'm fucking dude. I texted you Sunday night watching those clips, being like in awe, just being like, holy fuck, there are no shows like this anymore. Not
It
anymore,
was
but like,
one of the most insanely beautiful stage setups, and there's no rock stars left, man. That's a
being
rock.
like being like, dude, I think I gotta go see Kanye. And then I like thought about it and I was like, if I actually had to go on Ticketmaster and pay money to go see that and then go to the fucking stadium, I don't think I could like I think I would be so disgusted in myself that I wouldn't be able to do it all.
Yeah,
I'm
and it
not like not shaming people that went. I'm
yeah,
just saying
no.
like me personally.
No, it's when you have a connection as deep as most people do to these albums and these songs, and then the entire other side of this is there lurking in the background. It's a natural human reaction to be like, yeah, I mean, I have to see this thing, but I have to answer for the other side of it, and I'm in no fucking place. The thought of having to say, how could you support anti-Semitism just because I went to go see a show would be enough of a fucking thing for me to be like, man, am I doing the right thing here? And it sucks. And it's funny. I want to bring this up because it goes off something else you said, right? Just in the entire thing, when it comes to Wireless Festival and everything that transpired with Kanye and all that. In the Kanye wireless saga, everybody involved did exactly what I expected them to do, except for one person. I've come to expect that Kanye is going to say like just absolutely detestable things and then make a comeback and try and get everybody's forgiveness, right? I expect people who have the chance to make money on this comeback tour to try and make money on this comeback tour. I expect brands that were involved in this to push back and say, hey, we can't be involved in this. There's no fault on Pepsi or Diageo or anybody for saying we can't be a part of this. And I kind of expect England to do what they did because they did it to Tyler the Creator in the past. They banned him from the country for what he said. They don't have the same laws as we do. That's their prerogative. They can do as they wish. The only person who didn't do what I expected them to do was the guy running Wireless Festival, who usually, when they get this much pushback and sponsors are yanking money, would say, okay, we made a mistake. We'd like to learn from this. We won't have Kanye West perform. And he actually came out and said, no, I believe in forgiveness and mental illness, and I'd like to see, this follow through. Everybody did what no one should be outraged on any side here for what happened because it's exactly what I expected every person in a PR situation like this to do.